Hello, Taurus. This is your reading for April 2022, and I just want to say happy birthday to all my April Tauruses. Your birthdays are coming up. I hope you guys enjoy your birthday month immensely. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. So, the top row is like the general, the general feel of what's going to happen, and then these cards are kind of like the upper general ideas or issues that you might face week to week. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Okay, so let's get started. So you have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is all about friendship, partnerships, beginning of romances, attractions, shared feelings, and just a blossoming, something like, it could be like a blossoming attraction, or like even it could be kind of something that just sparks your desire in a sense. This could be a person, or this could be some kind of either a business partnership, a friendship partnership, something where it's mutually beneficial. It could be about romantic connections, bringing people together. It could indicate a new person is entering your life, or you're going on a second honeymoon with your spouse. Now, the Fool is all about new beginnings. So it represents spontaneity, unconventional approaches, innocence, taking a chance, and a free spirit. He's at the beginning of a journey. He's filled with energy and enthusiasm. It symbolizes like impromptu events and opportunities to come, exciting chances, and fresh starts. The Fool is motivated about how they feel in the moment and is not really so much concerned about like rules and what you're like supposed to do. He's just a little bit more like, oh, he's excited about something new. And he's not really worried so much about the problems ahead. He's just excited about getting started on the journey. So then you have the Devil, which is all about temptation, seduction, manipulation, materialism, addiction, lust, the shadow self, attachments, and restrictions. This card shows the unbalanced aspects of ourselves. It can represent anything that you're doing as like an escapism, like too much Netflix, whatever it is. And you enjoy it in the moment, but you know that you probably could be spending your time doing something more productive or something that's better for you in the future. But it's all about kind of like the moment. But the Devil represents something that you're able to actually release the devil. You're able to get out of this cycle. You can do it, but you're in a sense choosing not to. So it's kind of about staying stuck in a cycle that is not good for you. Now, so in the beginning of the month, you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is about fortune, luck, cycles, fate, destiny, fluctuation, change, karma, and a turning point. The Wheel of Fortune reminds us that all aspects of life are constantly in fluctuation. It's a reminder that there are universal powers greater than our own. Sometimes you need to go with the flow. This can indicate good fortune is coming your way, but always remember what goes up must come down. So the wheel is always circulating, so it's always spinning. So if you're going through a good moment, enjoy it, because eventually you'll be going back down through the bad. So it's always kind of circulating. So, and then you have the Queen of Stakes, which is the Queen of Wands in this deck. And she's confident, she's independent, she's protective, she's very creative, but she's a social butterfly, and she's like super determined to do something. She's very upbeat. This card represents being upbeat, courageous, and determined. You have maybe some kind of project or some kind of creative idea, and you're willing and desiring to see it through. And you're not worried about the obstacles facing you. You are confident that you can overcome the obstacles. It's about having that kind of foresight and being very aware and knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are, but knowing how to overcome that to achieve your goal. So then you have the Five of Swords. Now, so this is interesting because the Five of Swords is about defeat, loss, battle, conflicts, disagreement, competition. It's also about winning at all costs. This could be petty arguments, major disputes. It can indicate a need to stand up for yourself, and by doing that, you actually win. Or it can be a roadblock that you need to overcome, and you weren't really able to overcome. It's almost something like it's a roadblock, and in the moment, it kind of stops you, but that doesn't mean it's going to stop you forever. It's just kind of more of like you hit the block and you're kind of stunted for a minute. And whether you're going to overcome that block is up to you. So, but this always says sometimes admitting defeat can be a sign of strength as well. And it represents needing to choose your battles carefully. Okay, so then you have the Seven of Stakes, which is the Seven of Wands. And this is about being in a defensive position, standing up for yourself, getting the upper hand, challenges, competition, protection, and perseverance. This is all about, like, you have the strength to keep going. You just need to stand up for yourself. So this is very interesting because, let's smush it all together. So with the Two of Cups being a partnership, I feel this, because this is obviously kind of like a new partnership. This is something new. But it's good. But I feel like you might be going on a journey. Like you're starting something new, maybe with somebody, or you met somebody and it's kind of a new thing. You're on this journey together. You're starting this journey. But there might be some, with the Devil, there might be something from, I don't want to say, sometimes this is, how do I feel this is for here? I think this could be something from maybe the past, something that you or this partnership, however this translates for you, there could be something that's tempting that maybe is getting you off course a little bit, or it's sucking your focus, but it's not really beneficial. So I feel like you're going to have to really kind of overcome this Devil. And I feel like this Devil energy might be really coming with the week 3, the Five of Swords. So let's get I feel like this partnership, whatever this new thing is, you're starting the journey, and I feel like that's represented in the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like if there was something that wasn't really going great for you for a while, it's a little bit refreshing. Maybe your fortunes are changing. There's some kind of newness. There's some kind of like good luck that kind of comes your way. And I feel like with the Queen of Wands, she's really about, kind of being the social butterfly. So this could be kind of like a social thing. And she has like that really great energy. Like she's a social butterfly, but she's confident, and she's like independent. She's just determined, and this is like a great energy. I always feel like this is such a great energy to be in. But within that, anytime you start anything new, there's always funniness that happens. Like sometimes some things don't always go right. So I feel like with the Five of Swords is being about conflict. Now, this really could be, let's say if this is you and somebody starting something together, or you meeting somebody new, the Five of Swords could be somebody from your past, or from your, like a friend, family member, an ex relationship or whatever, kind of giving you some conflict about whatever this is. Because sometimes, people kind of get a little jelly if things are going good for you. Like sometimes people get a little jealous about it. So I feel like kind of week 3, there might be a little bit of shenanigans, and somebody may be trying to, you might be having a little bit of a conflict with whatever the situation is. But I feel like with the Seven of Stakes, or the Seven of Wands, this is saying, defend yourself, stand your ground. You will succeed. It's just, you have the strength. This might shake you a little bit, but stand your ground. Don't give up. Like, stand your ground. So I think that's really, really great. But let's delve further. I have some oracle cards here. So, okay, so now these two, this deck I always see as like kind of the negative aspects that you might need to overcome. So you have Alone in the World and you have Sacrifice. So let me tell you what those... So Alone in the World is all about, she's waiting for something to come back, and it's a stage of acceptance, and she needs to really let this go. She needs to stop waiting, because basically she's waiting and it's not coming back, but she's wasting time waiting for it, It says, waiting is a transition. It has a beginning and it has an end. Waiting is the night. Morning brings the sun of a new day. So basically you might need, I feel like with the Fool, I wonder if this really could go with the Devil, because the Fool is about starting a new journey, but the Devil, he's kind of stuck in his own ways. Like he's very stuck in familiar, something that's familiar. And this waiting, it could be that let's say if this is a new person that you're meeting, maybe you still kind of miss your ex or somebody from the past or some situation from the past, and you need to let that go. Because if you're going to wait, continue to wait and stay in this devil kind of energy, this kind of not really, I don't want to say dealing with the problems, but not moving forward, you're going to miss out on an opportunity, you know? So I think the challenge, one of the challenges for your month is going to be to let go of this kind of like this waiting, because she's alone in the world because she keeps waiting, so she keeps missing out on potential good opportunities coming her way. So I'm going to stick her right there. And then the next one you have is sacrifice. Now, sacrifice is all about I have accepted my duty, and in my release I have found freedom. So it's about giving something up. There is strong power in sacrifice. Our fears, our hope, they are all chains to a small world. With sacrifice, we renounce our sense of self. We accept to be lost. We accept to be shaken and cut and bruised and hurt and burdened and locked and stricken and despised and gossiped and betrayed and to be misunderstood and to be left alone, to rot, to die. This is super dramatic, this card. Oh, okay. But basically it's saying when you release everything that you're holding on to, you can free yourself, you know? So I feel like this is all about also the devil. I would put this kind of up here as well. And this waiting. I feel like this goes hand in hand, these two. Oh no, the duck is running away. Because the devil is kind of, you're stuck in a pattern. I feel like there's a new journey that's really, really ready for you and you're ready to go on, but you're kind of stuck in this devil energy, this devil pattern of something that's familiar and you're not really letting go. And I think that you need to stop waiting and you need to sacrifice. Sacrifice could also be like the devil. I feel like a lot of times the devil is almost like it's comforting. It's not good for us, but it's still comforting for us. You know, sometimes when to step away from this devil energy is to really go out of your comfort zone. And it's, you know, it's better to go out your comfort zone and you know it's something you can do. But sometimes even going slightly out of your comfort zone is very uncomfortable, you know, because you're not sure how is it going to go. And you face things and you face new emotions and feelings and you have to troubleshoot new problems. And it's sometimes it's a lot of work, but it's definitely beneficial. So I feel like this is saying if you are holding off on doing something, it's time to just do it, because you got the Fool. Like, it's time to go. I feel like your luck is changing. You might have you have this determined, this kind of social aspect about you, this determination, and yeah, you're gonna hit, you know, a little bump in the road, but defend yourself, stand your position, because you can do it. I feel like this card is saying that you can handle this Five of Swords, this conflict. I feel like this is saying you have the strength to defend your position and get it done. So, and I feel like with this sacrifice, I feel like this is really saying that you need to sacrifice this comfort zone with this devil. So whatever is going on with whatever comfort zone, you have to stop waiting around, because I feel like waiting also could be like continuing the cycle with this comfort zone here. You need to sacrifice maybe being uncomfortable a little bit, because there's good stuff coming in for you. So that's how I kind of feel like those cards go together. And then let's get also, so now next up you have Frog, which is, may the lily beneath your breasts allow you to drink from its healing waters. Be still, for there is serenity behind the drowning croaks. Okay, so let's take a look at what the frog has to say for you guys. Okay, so the frog is all about transformation and serenity. It says, butterflies are often what comes to mind when we think of transformation. But let us not forget, frogs are also a symbol of transformation, going from a tadpole that lives in the water to a frog that adapts to land and water. For some species, this process takes a couple of weeks. For others, it could take months or even years to transform from one thing to another. When frog comes croaking, know that you are transforming, or the process will begin soon. This is a positive transformation, not the sort of dramatic transformation one might expect with the Banshee card. This transformation is easygoing, so much so that you may not even know it's happening. It's a subtle shift that occurs in the background until one day you realize things are different. There's nothing you need to do to move this challenge along. Like the frog, your higher self will take over and guide you through your instincts. You need only to pay attention to the urges you feel and follow those urges when they strike. Be patient and note that this transformation has come to your awareness. This is not something that can be rushed or forced. Like the frog, this transformation may take days, weeks, maybe even a year or two to transform completely. All unfolds in accordance with your divine destiny. So I think that's fantastic. I think whatever's going on here, something new's going on. You're going on a journey. I feel like you will be managing to release this devil. It's not always easy peasy in the beginning, but I feel like you're going to release. You're transforming, and I think your luck is changing. If you've been down on your luck, I think it's changing. And I think part of this transformation is you kind of stepping into this like Queen of Wands role in a sense. And I think that's fantastic. But, anytime you transform, the frog does not transform without having a few little like he loses stuff. Like all of a sudden, like legs start growing out. I'm sure he's like, what is going on? So it's not always probably the most easy. I'm sure there's growing pains the frog has to experience. I'm sure if you start growing legs out of your side, it's a little bit uncomfortable for a while. So I think you might have some uncomfortableness take place, but you can get through it. You're going to be just fine. So I think that is fantastic. So now let's see what else you got. You got Moth Orchid, which is about communication. Listen and speak with greater care. Now, I always feel communication could also be how you speak to yourself, like your self-talk. So this really could be that, let's say with the Five of Swords, this conflict here, maybe it's something that maybe whatever happens here with this conflict, because this is about really having conflict with somebody else. It could also be like maybe you want to watch what you say during this period, because maybe you'll be able to resolve it a little bit quicker or easier, avoid some of the shenanigans if you kind of are a little bit more mindful with what you say. But also I feel like this could be the way you speak to yourself. So you want to communicate positive things to yourself as well. So that's fantastic. So then you guys got, okay, I don't know how to say this, Chrysosola, whatever it is. It says start fresh. I don't know if you could see what that is. Start fresh. And I feel like that goes with the Fool. You're starting a new journey. You're definitely starting something new. And you also got Red Jasper, which is about taking action. So I definitely think that you are coming into your own. And the Wands, she's about action too. The Wands suits are about action. So I think that's fantastic. So I definitely think that you are taking action to change whatever this devil energy is. You're going to put in the work to kind of maybe sacrifice whatever the shenanigans that you don't need in your life anymore. And you're moving forward, which is really, really great. Then you also got life is a series of constantly shifting cycles, which goes so much with the Wheel of Fortune. We resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads you. And I feel like that goes with the frog as well. Because the frog, he's just going with the flow. It's not like he woke up one day and be like, you know what? I'm done with this tadpole life. I'm going to be a frog today. Like, he has no idea he's a frog. He just knows he's swimming around in a pond or whatever tadpoles do. And then all of a sudden, he's going with the flow and he starts developing legs. And he's like, I don't know what's happening here, but it's going. We're on this journey. I'm turning into something else. So the frog, like this card says, it's about going with the flow. So I feel like with this Wheel of Fortune and this journey that you're going on, I think you just need to kind of just go with the flow. Don't resist it. Just one step at a time. You don't need to see the end of the journey from this position of the Fool. Like, you don't need to see, well, how did it come? Let's say, how should I say this? The world is at the end of this, the major arcana. So the world is the end of the journey. The Fool is the beginning. You don't need to worry about the middle or the end yet. You just need to start the journey. So yeah, I think that's fantastic. So also, you got stop cheating on your future with your past. It's over, which is super, super important. Because I feel like this devil energy and this alone in the world is kind of like something that you've been doing or engaging in, or it could be a person, however it works for you. It's a cycle. So whatever this cycle is, this is saying you need to move forward, you know? You need to stop looking at the past. You need to stop waiting. It's finished. You're finished. You need to kind of sacrifice being uncomfortable a little bit, and you need to move forward, which I think this is fantastic. So, your food fortune for the month. First of all, think of a question. We're going to ask the Magic 8 Ball Tauruses. Think of a question for the month of April. We'll get to that in a second. But you have the orange one, which is the Tiki Masal. The chicken, I think it's a chicken Tiki Masal in this deck. Let me just clarify that. Yes, the chicken Tiki Masala, which is delicious. So, okay, so now we are going to get your stone. Oh, you got wealth. Ooh, I'm going to get into that in a second. You know what? I wonder whatever is going on here. So now wealth could always be financial abundance, or it could be knowledge, or it could just be feeling like happiness or something. I feel like wealth really, with whatever you're doing, wealth is something you need to have it for however you take it. But it's interesting because I feel like this Two of Cups, this mutual partnership, this is all about kind of mutually being beneficial. So it's a very, very positive card. So I'm wondering if this could be the start of some business situation, or like a hobby that could turn into something financially beneficial, or even love. It could be the start of new love. But I think whatever this is, I think it's gonna definitely, if you can kind of overcome this devil energy and stand your ground and let go of what you need to, I think it's going to actually be extremely beneficial to you. So I think that is super positive. I'm going to put that right over there. So let's get some of your numbers as well. Put the letters and numbers. What we got for you guys? Okay, so we got Z, E. Oh, we got another E. And U. Then we have 9. Or no, it's actually 6. Sorry. 6, 0, 4, 3, 1. And, okay, guys, let's think of your question. We're going to ask the Magic 8 Ball. Here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls. What is the answer to Taurus's April 2022 question? Yes, the answer is yes, Tauruses. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.